Good evening and welcome to tonight's update from the 2024 505 World Championship. It's a beautiful evening here at Varberg Segelsällskap, and it's been a beautiful day all day today. A beautiful day if your plan was to go sunbathing or swimming, but for the sailors and the staff of the Worlds, it's mostly been a day of waiting for the wind to shift over towards southwesterly, waiting for the wind to pick up, and not the least waiting for the wind to pick up not just here on shore, but also out there by the racing area. Finally, at 3:30, the race officer decided to delay all races until tomorrow, and hoping for better winds then. So, for tonight, we thought that we'd take the opportunity to learn more about the 505 class, and we've talked with some fantastic sailors earlier today. But first, for lack of sailing today, let's take a look at some highlights from the races yesterday. You can find more updates from yesterday in our Monday update here on YouTube, where we'll talk about the races and the results from the first day of racing. Now, most 505 boats these days use materials such as glass or carbon fiber, but older boats have hulls that can be made out of wood. We've talked today with German sailor Andreas, who's come to the Worlds in an old wooden boat that has a fascinating story. So I'm here with Andreas from Germany, who has a beautiful wooden 505. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your boat and the story behind this beautiful boat?
Of course. The original hull is from a series from the 70s, built in Germany. It was a series of something like 10 wooden boats by Sommerfeld in an area near Hamburg. And they built something like 10 boats, and there were always rumors like there should be one hull left which was never finished, somewhere waiting in whatever shed in Germany. And indeed, I researched and I was able to find it, to trace it down.
What's the best thing about sailing 505 compared to other boat classes?
Well, 505s are just marvelous in all kinds of conditions. They sail in all kinds of conditions: high waves, flat water, low winds, high winds. It's always a very safe and fantastic boat to sail, and yeah, it's really fun. Fun and safe.
Cool. So how was the first day of races for you yesterday?
What I told already, it was wooden boat weather, so flat water, winds not too high, so that was completely okay and perfect for the wooden boat.
Okay, perfect. So hopefully today will be good for you as well.
Well, hopefully we go out today because the wind is just starting up,
Yeah.
so I hope that the wind will be good enough to go out sailing today.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
The 505 class celebrates 70 years this year. And we don't have anyone at the Worlds who's been sailing since 1954, but not too far from. The oldest skipper at the Worlds is 81 years old, and he's not the only one who's passed 80 years. Slightly younger, but still true veterans of the class are sailors Ebbe and Olle, who we caught up with earlier today to talk about their long career of sailing 505. So I'm here now with Olle and Ebbe, two Swedish veteran sailors from Stockholm. You've been sailing 505 for over 50 years.
Yes.
Yeah? How come you got into sailing 505?
Well, Abby, I don't really remember, do you? It's a long time ago. But I think it started all with that our friends in Lake Mälaren bought the 505, and then everybody was sailing the famous Elfström construction Trapeze, and they were the first one who bought 505 that we saw, and we started to sail the 505 because of those guys, really. And also we had heard lots of rumors about it was a very fantastic boat, like a Stradivarius and all like that. Fantastic talk, and it ended up to be correct, so we stuck for life.
So what makes the 505 such a fantastic boat?
I think the construction was quite unique when it came out. They were very radical, and also the perfect balance between the hull and the rig was exceptionally good. So it's very sensitive for tuning, and even though you think you go as fast as everybody else, you could go a bit faster if you find the right trick. So it's very stimulating, and it's also good in every sea conditions and every wind directions or speed. So it's a very, very fantastic construction, really. That's why.
So is that part of, I guess that's part of the reason why you've stuck with this boat for over 50 years?
Yeah, it's a very nice boat to sail, and just enjoying the sailing.
Yeah.
You don't need to race it, you just sail it. It's fantastic.
So you're here now at the 2024 Worlds, and I guess this is not your first World Championship. How many have you been to?
Count, I think. It's over 30, maybe 34.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, good luck for the rest of the week.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So maybe 34 Worlds for Ebbe and Olle sailing the Stradivarius of boats. Now the 505 class is a very international one, with boats and sailors spread out across the globe. There are 13 different countries represented at the 2024 Worlds, and the international community is both large and very active. We were lucky enough to chat with the president of the International 505 Association earlier today about what makes the 505 such a successful and such a long-lasting boat. So I'm here now with Michael Kirk, who's the president of the International 505 Association. Michael, what can you say about the 505 class?
Well, there's a lot of things I could say about it. In fact, coincidentally, this is the 70th anniversary of the class, so it's been around for 70 years. And given how great a boat they are to sail and how modern they are and how the competition levels and everything in a boat that was designed 70 years ago is quite remarkable. Yeah. We have 17 different countries, I think, that sail the boat. Here we have 96 boats in the World Championship. Often we have up to 100, and I think the record is about 179 boats. Wow. So it's very popular. It has been around for a long time, so some people sort of think it's just a good little boat for us old folks to get our jollies with. But a lot of young people sail it. It's very competitive, but at the same time, it's quite an easy boat to sail. It's a bit difficult to sail really well, but it's quite an easy boat to sail. So we have a whole range of sailors from really good amateurs through to professional sailors, Olympic sailors, as well as your club sailor who just turns up occasionally to go sailing and just enjoys the boat.
And as you said, it has a large international fleet, and you also talked about it having, a great camaraderie. What do you think has been important in keeping the sort of internationality of the boat class and the fleet?
Well, the popularity of it, in the sense that those people that still sail it are doing so because we love sailing it, we love racing it, we go to good venues, we love catching up with our mates. But I think there's always something to learn in them, right? So even world champions that might have won 2 or 3 or 4 times can suddenly go to world championship, finish 10th. So it's a boat that doesn't stop challenging you.
I mean, we have a few skippers here that are over 80 years old. So I mean, that's quite amazing, and I think that shows how long-lasting the love for the boat is, and the potential to sail the boat throughout your life, right?
Yeah, we have some people who feel as though they're 80 years old here as well. But matched with those elder people that are still sailing it, there's a lot of young people coming into it now. This regatta particularly, we have a lot of fathers and sons, fathers and daughters, brothers and sisters, brothers. So, I would suggest you talk to young Angus Higgins, who's come through the Olympic program, so he's been exposed to that type of competition and everything. Sailing here with his dad, they finished second in the pre-worlds. That sort of person wants to sail with their father or in a boat that I want to sail, is part and parcel of what makes us a successful class.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, listening to Michael, it's easy to understand why the 505 has been around for so many years, and why a lot of sailors stick with it for many, many decades. It's been a day of waiting today, but hopefully tomorrow will be a day of less waiting and more racing. It looks as though the wind will pick up tomorrow, but let's take a closer look at the weather forecast. So this is the forecast for Wednesday, 11 o'clock, when the first race is scheduled. And the forecast says 7 meters per second, southeasterly winds. And moving forward, it seems to be staying fairly stable. Maybe the wind will pick up slightly, shifting towards more southerly winds. But looks like it's going to be a fantastic day for sailing the 505 tomorrow. So, I hope you've enjoyed this update. I hope everyone who's sailing or checking in is enjoying the 2024 505 World Championships. Thank you for watching.